All right, welcome in. This is a Saturday morning edition of CorBETs. Right now, it's myself, Dylan Corbett, and Matt Cruz, and we've got Austin Platts, our new guest bettor, brother of Aaron Platts, who will be picking some college football games. He'll be joining us here later on in the episode. But quickly, me and Matt want to get out our plays for the college football Saturday. First, I'll go to UFC. I told you Holly Holm in the headliner last week. That ended up cashing. I'm 1-0 in the UFC. I've only got one play for tonight. It is also the headliner. UFC Fight Night. I love this main card. There's a lot of good fights on this main card. Edson Barbosa is the co-main event. So a lot of interesting fights. I kept my eye on Corey Sandhagen because I think I'm getting him at a pretty reasonable minus 140. So I've got Corey Sandhagen over Marlon Moraes in the UFC title fight. And into college football quickly, yes, Doug Flutie is back on. Ever since I've worn it, we've gone 2-0 against the number. Remember, I packed it for St. Louis in their game against Texas State, and I didn't wear it. That's why they won but did not cover. So I've got it on. Don't worry, no more, fault by me. I've got it on BC plus 6.5. Matt, you like that as well?
Yeah, I wasn't sure until I got on the Zoom and saw that you're wearing the jersey. So then I automatically had to punch it. Might have to put a little sprinkle on the money line too. We'll see how they go. What time is that game at?
It's an afternoon game, so BC's getting a little. They're not kind of shelved in the morning slot, So I think they're. I'm still in Mountain Time here. Let's go 3 Central. That's their kickoff against Pitt. It's at BC is hosting Pitt, so it's going to be a fun game. Notre Dame is also back in action. We talked about this a little bit on Corbett's Corner. You and I are both on the same side here.
Yeah, it's a Saturday night game, 6:00 kick. Florida State's horrible. I would expect Notre Dame to start slow here with a 3-week layoff. Some of their key guys, not Ian Book or anyone like that, but some of their key guys either had COVID or had symptoms and are coming back slow, but expect them to get rolling at some point.
Sounds good. So those are my plays so far. BC, I got them at +5. The line is at 6.5 right now, so I might have to hit it again. Remember, I took that early in the week. Let's see here, as Platts is texting me here. He's going to join us here in just a little bit. But here's the rest of my college football plays. Let's see. I'm on Florida big -6. I know Sharps, I think, are hitting Texas A&M. That's going to be a real good game. That's coming up in the 11 a.m. Central kickoff slate. I'm on Virginia Tech. I'm going to fade UNC. I'm watching the ACC with a keen eye this year. Now that Boston College is a little bit better than previous years. I got Virginia Tech +3.5. Mississippi State, I'm sorry, Matt. I'm going against your Kentucky team for the third straight game here. So I'll go Mississippi State +3. Bounce back game for Mike Leach, one of the most inconsistent coaches ever. You'll beat LSU, and then you'll get embarrassed by Arkansas, and then I've got them coming back and beating Kentucky +3. I'm all over Bama -23.5 against Lane Kiffin, as aforementioned. Notre Dame -20.5 I grabbed, and then I'm on Clemson in a blowout. I think this is one of those games where it was, there's a lot of hype because maybe it's early in the season. Miami's won. Miami's played great. I don't want to take anything away from them, but this is Clemson. And Clemson getting anything less than -21, I'm usually more times than not going to hammer. What else did you have for college football, Matt?
Yeah, I'm staying away from that Miami Clemson game, but definitely interested to watch it. It's a step up to the big leagues for Miami, so curious to see how they do. I have under in Alabama Ole Miss. Expect some bad weather from the hurricane there. It's going to be tough to score some points. I also have under in Auburn, Arkansas. These are two of the worst teams on third down and in the red zone in the entire country. They don't finish drives. They kick field goals or they don't score, period. So under 46.5 there, I believe is the number. And then one other play while I tried. Oh yeah, duh. Oklahoma money line. I took that early in the week at -125 when it was basically a pick 'em or a 1-point spread. That line's now at Oklahoma as the 3-point favorite, and money line at -150. Both of these teams underwhelmed so far, coming off losses last week. We'll see what happens. Expect a lot of points. The good old Red River rivalry shootout's always usually a good one. And then one more, because I know we won't pod before tomorrow. I have over 41 in the Nadal Djokovic French Open Championship. That's going to start tomorrow at like 8 a.m. or something like that. So we're both on Nadal to win, and I actually looked. He's -150. He's -150, so we got great value at -115, -120 a couple days ago. But that'll be a really good match.
Glad we punched that. Yeah, I was watching that Tsitsipas match. Man, nice call on the sets, the games. That was just a horrible break where he just ran out of gas in that final set. But my God, that match was awesome to watch. It was like 4 hours at Roland Garros. So quickly on that note, we're against each other on the Texas-Oklahoma game, not directly. You've got money line. I took Texas plus 2.5. I just, I'm going to play a bounce back, I guess, for Texas. I know Oklahoma could bounce back, but not usually when you play 2 crap games in a row. You're supposed to bounce back in between those. So I just took Texas there. And to your point, it's the Red River rivalry. Might be one of the least kind of hyped up Red River rivalries between these two teams in the last 2 decades. So that's going to be interesting. That's also one of the early games. That'll wrap it up here, college football, at least for Matt. He's got to go get the ears lowered like I did yesterday. So he's going to get chopped up, and we'll get Austin in here in just a sec. Okay, so you just checked out Matt and myself's plays here on a college football Saturday. Matt's going to get a haircut. I got one yesterday. Yes, correct. Welcoming in Austin Platts now, our new guest bettor. Austin, we've known each other since high school, one of my best buds, lives in St. Louis. They've got a great place there. Also follow his YouTube channel because here's a little pullback behind the curtain here, and I don't even think Austin realizes this. He's a great videographer. I'm trying to hire him for my company later in life. But he's doing his own thing right now. STL Guap on YouTube. Throw him a subscribe. He posts vlogs from trips. It's a very Nelk Boys-esque. We have a lot of fun. We've got some very funny friends who like to have a good time, and it's a great watch. So, Austin, a little bit about how you got into sports betting, and then we'll get right into some games.
So, like my brother said, who was on 2 days ago, college got me into it. The thing with sports betting is that you get to bet on something for basically 3 hours. And, if you're at the roulette table, it's instant.
Right.
But with football, you have that bet for 3 hours and you watch it. And then the feeling that you get when you predicted what's going to happen to your favorite team, there's no better feeling.
And there's many highs and lows, right? Roulette, it's just one, it just skipped over your number and it's on black when you have 500 on red, as opposed to, your team gives up a pick 6 and all of a sudden you're losing out on the cover, but then next drive, it's a great drive and all of a sudden you're in the money again. So that's an excellent point. Yeah.
When you hit parlays and stuff, it's like the highs are so high. I'll tell you what.
Yes. There are a lot of highs and lows to gambling, and that's why we recommend you do it responsibly, and that's why we try and make a little bit of a living out of it, on the side here. All right, so you've seen Matt and I's plays. Guest bettor. I mean, are you going to get off the schneid here, Austin? We've had 3 guys on, 3 guys. The guy Greg, I love you. You went 0-3-1 yesterday. Come on. So what are you looking at? There's some big college football games, right? So Clemson, Miami's the headliner. A lot of SEC football games here. What are some games that you've marked for your guest bettor card?
Okay, so just to be clear, there's been 3 guys and they haven't won a single game yet. Is that clear?
They've won games. They have not gone positive a single day. So I think we've gotten one winner. It was Ty, who went 1-2 on day 1.
So if you go positive, you get to come to the next day?
You will be right back tomorrow for NFL Sunday. That is correct,
okay.
Sir.
So here's the thing. I'm big into NFL betting because I like to lay on my couch on Sundays and watch the NFL. College football, I am not that into, so I don't know much about it. But I know the big game today is Miami-Clemson, and that's what everyone's going to be watching, so I'm going to bet on that.
I like that.
What is it? Minus 15.5. I saw.
It is. Yeah, it's at. We'll give you 15. I think I saw 15. Let me just double check. But yeah, Clemson is favored. It is in Death Valley. Miami coming in. Both these teams undefeated. This is an ACC kind of gut check game. 3-0 against 3-0, and yes, it is at minus 15.
Okay, so here's the thing. In my opinion, unless you know something that the line makers don't know, it's 50-50, at least for me, because I don't know much about these teams.
Yeah.
So in that case, I'm going to flip a coin, baby.
Hey, no, I like that. Okay, this is very exciting. I'll filibuster as we get this. Do people even have coins anymore? This is kind of shocking in its own right that there's a national coin shortage, and here's Austin recording them all just to flip it for our guest better play. But I like this. This is going to spice it up. It's the game of the night, Miami Clemson. It's primetime, ABC. Line is at 15, and we've got George Washington and the bald eagle to decide where the guest better is.
So I got my trusty nickel. I'll go heads Clemson and then tails Miami.
This is very exciting.
Heads. So we're going minus 15.
All right. You're on it with me. So Cruzen stayed away, but I am on Clemson minus 15, so I will be rooting for the guest better. So there's the old coin flip there to get you to tomorrow, NFL. I like that play. So we'll be rooting for you. Guest better. It's going to be showing up right here. This is CorBETs on a Saturday. Thanks for keeping it locked with us. Hit subscribe. We're trying to hit 80. We're on Apple Pods. We're on Spotify, wherever you enjoy your podcast. And, of course, CorBET's more of our visual medium. We like to throw a lot of stimuli at you. And you can follow us still on CorBET on YouTube. There's a little Budweiser there. Of course, it's a Saturday. I'm about to
keep it rolling.
Myself. Exactly correct. College football Saturday. He's Austin Platts. We're rooting for him. He's got Clemson minus 15. Austin, thanks for joining us, and we hope to see you tomorrow.
Oh, baby.
Let's do it.
We'll see you tomorrow.